Hi everyone, today is a really exciting day. It's budget day in the state of Victoria. Now that might not be very exciting to some, but to those of us who've been working in the realm of animal welfare and animal rights, it's a huge day today. Since I came into the Parliament, I've been petitioning the government both inside and outside of the chamber to make sure that Wildlife Victoria gets the funding that they need to provide the service that the community of Victoria expects in terms of helping the wildlife of this state. And the reason it is that I'm standing here with Megan from Wildlife Victoria, who've been doing an enormous job for 30 years in this state, providing the resource for people to call their hotline so that rescuers can be dispatched to pick up injured wildlife right across the state. We've all seen the signs and the number on the side of the road, but I don't think people have ever really attributed what that means and who it is that they're calling. Volunteers that have done this work without any government support whatsoever. And it's very exciting because the government, the Progressive Andrews Labor government, has listened to those calls, and today on page 43 of the budget they are giving $500,000 of funding to Wildlife Victoria so that they can continue with this service, they can expand it, and so that rescuers and carers can be trained going forward. It's an exciting day, and I thank the Andrews government for that. Megan, what do you think about all that?
This really is a watershed day, Andy, and we can't thank you enough for keeping this issue in front of the decision makers. We've been trying for many years, arguing that indeed we provide a service to the community, that if we weren't doing it, government would probably need to. The community expects there to be a response when they come across injured wildlife. If people sadly hit a kangaroo in their car, if they find an injured possum in their garden, they find a bird that's injured, they really expect to be able to call somebody and have some help for that situation. So at the moment we get more than 86,000 requests for help from the Victorian community. We can only meet about half that demand. So this means we'll really be able to help more people in the community manage those situations. It means we'll be able to train more rescuers, we'll be able to support those rescuers, and we'll be able to send them off to help people and to, most importantly, to help the wildlife in need.
This type of funding means that we can actually do more as a call centre, as our operators can answer more calls and be there for longer hours. It means that our rescuers will be supported and able to actually attend more animals.
The Victorian government today has really shown it's not just talking the talk, it's actually started to walk the walk in terms of supporting those many volunteers and hard workers to one of the toughest jobs in this state that you can do.
So I'm Caroline Daisy, I'm the fundraising manager at Wildlife Victoria. I'm the person who begs the caring members of public to just help us rescue one more animal. So it's really nice to think that we'll get to all of them hopefully now. It makes such a huge difference.
I'm just so happy that going forward I'll be able to train more volunteers and get them on board so that more animals can be rescued in the future.
I'm really glad to hear that this money is coming to us so we can funnel a lot of training into upgrading a lot of our volunteers to be able to handle the growing demand for kangaroo rescues, as there's not enough of us that can deal with the kangaroos, and it just means it'll take a lot of stress off of us other rescuers that are doing a lot of work.
And something that's also worth bearing in mind, this is only the beginning. This has taken a fundamental shift of governments of all persuasions over the years, because previously they haven't recognised this wonderful work that's been done on a voluntary basis. Now that this is funded, we've been able to take a shift in direction. Finally, a government has recognised the worth of these people and the work that they do. So the next phase is to start to get the government to recognise that shelters and carers also need this financial support, and those are the things that we'll be prosecuting going forward. Thank you.